commitment that we have received in partnership with a number of other states, led by the extraordinary leadership of J.B. Pritzker, my friend, the governor of Illinois. 21 out of the 24 largest student loan servicers in the state of California have agreed to a 90-day forbearance on student loan debt, impacting over 1.1 million Californians with loan debt. No burden now placed on them over the next 90 days, no impact to their credit rating, no late fees or fines, and actual support in terms of getting new payment plans in place for future processing. I want to, again, just congratulate JB on his leadership on organizing this framework, profoundly important to student loan borrowers in the state of California. And I want to just applaud those 21 of those 24 service loan providers or servicers for their willingness to step up and help support those that are struggling to pay their student loan debts. The second debt-related announcement I wanted to make was in relationship to the CARES Act. Many of you have received checks from the CARES Act, some individuals receiving $1,200 checks, those with children, additional $500 contributions. But a lot of those checks, if you had debt, were garnished by debt collectors. I just signed an executive order, quite literally moments ago, where that no longer will be the case. The executive order denies the ability for debt collectors to garnish your CARES Act dollars. It's also retroactive. So if you're a debt collector and you did garnish those contributions, those checks, you got to give them back. And so that is effective immediately. And I want to just thank my legal team for organizing that framework over the last few days. We have been putting together that executive order and advancing a principle that I think is appropriate under the economic circumstance, and that is the nature of this emergency and crisis for individuals and families. Now is not the time to garnish those emergency contribution checks. There is a caveat, however, because we have a family-first focus. If you owe child care, if you owe spousal support, this does not apply to you. And if you are an individual that receives a check but has a responsibility to a victim or a victim's account, that will continue as well. But for everyone else, no debt collector can take those direct payments any longer in the state of California, and we are assured that you will be able to claw back any of those contributions from the feds that perhaps have been taken away by those same debt collectors. So student loans, some relief, at least over the next 90 days for borrowers, 1.1 million in the state of California, and all of those that have debt that are attached to the CARES Act. We hope this provides that second announcement some relief as well. Also want to express my debt of gratitude to a group of doctors that moments ago, at noon today, just took off from the state of California, flying into LaGuardia tonight. 14 doctors working in partnership with an organization of physicians, of physician groups from the CMA to Vituity, a group that organizes physicians. They're joining these 14 doctors, 2 doctors from UC Davis that are already in New York, to work with the city of New York and their hospital and health system. Dr. Mitch Katz, who may be familiar to some of us out here in the state of California, used to run the health care system down in Los Angeles, formerly in the city of San Francisco. He runs it for the largest health care delivery system in our country, at least subnationally, and that's the city of New York. We are working in partnership with him. Mark Galley, who knows Mitch very well, helped organize this partnership and this collaboration. So 16 doctors leaving today, or at least joining 2 14 leaving today that will arrive tonight to help support for a 2-week period the needs of our fellow Americans in New York City. I just want to express my, again, deep gratitude and debt of gratitude to their willingness to really meet this moment in a profound and significant way. I want to also just extend a gratitude. It hasn't been highlighted. I wanted to make sure it was, that UCSF had already sent 20 doctors and nurses for a similar purpose. So, state of California, 36 doctors and nurses are now deployed into New York. And again, it's the spirit of our times, the spirit of this moment. And for those that may be dispirited by it, saying, no, wait, we need those doctors and nurses, let me remind you of the announcement we made yesterday to actually pull back on our stay-at-home orders and allow scheduled surgeries to once again go into effect, or at least be performed in our healthcare delivery system and our hospital system, because of the work we have done to decompress the system, increase the total supply of alternative care sites so we can meet our needs and meet a potential surge into the future. One of the great benefits of these doctors going out onto the front lines in New York is what they'll bring back, which is a deep understanding and knowledge of what's happening in the most acute point of the crisis in this country, and being able to bring that to bear here in the state of California. So this is an incredible opportunity for all of us in California, not just the generosity of these individuals to another state. And so again, this is a wonderful thing, and I'm very proud and pleased to make this announcement today on behalf of those doctors, on behalf of those systems and those provider groups, and just again express my gratitude. It's 2 weeks and then 2 weeks of quarantine, so it's a 1-month sacrifice of these individuals. That's a big deal, and again, we thank them.